question, and just to provide some background. My husband, who's a retired professor from the University of Connecticut, stays up late at night and makes all of these calculations, and he tells me, and I believe him, that the Bush-era cuts in taxes for the wealthy, if that had not happened, that we would not now have a deficit. So I know you're on our side, and I know that you want to have a progressive state, as you said. And just keep that in the back of your mind when you're trying to put that on the table. Thank you.
Right.
Well, I just want to support my two previous colleagues. I'm amazed at the lack of clarification of what these increases are by talking only percent-wise. So you hear people that are terrified that their taxes are going up. But I'm a mathematician, so I work with numbers, and occasionally I venture to calculate what's going on. So suppose that we take a 10% cut, which is uniformly distributed to everybody of us, we are going to take a hit of, say, $4,000 or $5,000 a year. And then when you hear that the people that are making over $1 million a year are going to take a 0.25% increase, this amounts to $2,500 a year, which is twice less than what we already have given up. And I don't see that we have been recognized, all the state employees, that we already did make sacrifices 2 years ago. It came to the point that the other day, as I was having a haircut, and the stylist next to me was talking to another gentleman, and she was absolutely convinced and confident that the problems of this state are the state workers. So, well, I didn't want to get into a fight with her, but I definitely heard that, and I think that it would help a lot if people that already did sacrifice 2 years ago, it's not only the wealthy people that sacrificed 2 years ago, we also did agree. We were very cooperative with everything. We understand that sacrifices have to be made, but we would like to be recognized for that, and that should be taken somehow into account. So, so what's that? It's a big deal made out of the, what's that, manicures being taxed and all that. When you compute, when you say the numbers, the actual numbers, they're like 10 cents per haircut, which is way less than the tip you offer. And on the other hand, you hear that wealthiest people are going to have an increase in their taxes by $2,500. We have way more than that. That somehow has to be clarified to the people of the great state of Connecticut. So I think that actual numbers, percentages are way misleading than actual numbers. That has to be taken into account.
Representative Johnson.
Hi. Thank you for hosting this, and I think you make an excellent point with respect to having some perspective on what the numbers are. I serve on finance and revenue and bonding, education, energy and technology, and also insurance and real estate. And I think that there's a real misperception out there that it's all the state employees' fault that we're in this situation. And let me just say too that I'm so pleased to represent a town that has a university in it, and that has people like you here working in the town and providing all the services you provide. I know Eastern has been working with the school system to try and help the kids here, and as time goes on, that influence is going to have a huge impact, I'm sure, on the local school system. But we really need to take a look at all the numbers and look at the fact that something that, since I've been in the legislature, I've come to understand that if every single state employee left the state service, we'd still have a deficit. So we need to really make that point clear when somebody says that it's all the state employees' fault. It really isn't. It's we pay lots of money to local municipalities. A huge part of the budget goes to local municipalities to defray the cost of the property tax. Also, we spend lots and lots of money on people in nursing facilities. So, because people look at you when you say that to them, that if all the state employees left, that we would not have, we would still have this huge deficit. They need to know that the money goes to the local municipalities for education, for roads, and for people who are institutionalized in nursing homes and hospitals and those kinds of things. Those are the costs that make up a huge part of the budget. So those are things to keep in mind, and I think I have to echo what Greg said, and that is to keep the repetition going and get out in the community and talk to folks. And you know, the other thing I want to mention as well is that one of the things that isn't talked about that much, we've lost lots and lots of industry here, especially in Willimantic and other priority school districts. But one of the things that has really been very, very helpful to our economy statewide, and this has been published in the Connecticut Economy, is the fact that we have such a highly educated workforce here. And that has allowed people to become self-employed in these difficult times. So without the universities, without the good education that we are able to provide here, we would be in much worse shape than we are. So thanks for hosting this.